So my name's Amber, and my pronouns are she, her. I am bi, and I'm 34. That's one of those things where I can't really pinpoint, but I mean, it was always something that I kind of tried to push down, and then eventually I just realized that that wasn't the way to go, and that it was becoming more mainstream, it was becoming more widely accepted, and that felt safer to accept it myself. Well, I've definitely felt like an outcast because, I didn't feel comfortable like pursuing anyone. I didn't like have a boyfriend until I was 16. Like it just didn't feel comfortable to me because I wasn't being honest with myself. And it wasn't accepted when I was in high school, like at all. So, I didn't feel like I was like everyone else. I came out when I was 30. So maybe right before I turned 30, I feel like. It was like the Mother's Day when I was 29. So I came out to my mom on Mother's Day with like this big card.
Tell us more about the card.
So the coming out was almost even to myself. I just wrote it all out to be like, okay, I've got to sort these feelings. I had just gotten out of a really long and awful relationship, and I was like, I need to be myself. I need to figure out who that is. And so I wrote it all out, and then I gave it to my mom. I was like, Happy Mother's Day. And, we cried because we're emotional ladies, but, my mom's amazing. It was really stressful at first, and then it was like this huge weight lifted, and I felt kind of lost. Like, okay, what do I do now? Well, I think I kind of laid a nice foundation for them to accept whatever, because I had kind of isolated, and it was a really bad relationship that I'd come out of, that my family was just really happy to see me for me. And so I feel like that kind of helped, but overall, very accepting. My grandparents, who I was most worried about, were very accepting. So I feel very blessed for that. I wish I had like a story. It's kind of funny, like I have like memory issues a bit, so like things run together, but I do know that when you're, well, I don't know if when you're growing up, like in the time that I grew up, I had a huge group of friends. All my friends were girls, and there's that time when you're in like that preteen adolescence era where everyone's practicing kissing each other, and I did not do that. And so there's signs to me, like that was not a comfortable thing for me.
Yeah.
Or like my first kiss when I was 7 years old from the neighbor boy resulted in a slap in the face because I was not expecting it. So like these things like now make sense to me. Like even after I slapped him, I was like, why did I do that? So I mean.
So you slapped the neighbor boy for kissing you?
Yes, I did.
So did he just come out of nowhere? And
he said, close your eyes and hold out your hands. So I thought he was going to give me something. And he did give me something, but it wasn't in my hands, and I didn't like that. In a way, I feel like I do, but at the same time, I kind of appreciate looking back on it now and recognizing why, I felt that way. And I feel like I probably wouldn't have felt good about it. Maybe I would have recognized who I was then, and that probably would have made me feel shameful because of the time that I was growing up in. So I'm very much like accepting of how I grew up and the choices that I made, and feel very happy with where I'm at now. I would say, hold on. Find somebody to confide in, even if it's just one person. It can really broaden your world. And I know a lot of people we're in a time now where it's like you're in contact with everyone so much through social media, but you can also feel so alone because of that. So I mean, definitely face-to-face time, find somebody that, you feel safe with, and you have to at least be yourself with one person. And everybody has somebody that they can do that with. So non-binary is a very new thing to me. Like I'm learning through Jax. I did have suspicions that Jax was not heterosexual. They came out to me, I think I was one of the first people, so it had to be five years ago, when they first started their journey in their education and they really were broadening their world and seeing different lifestyles and finding things that felt more comfortable to them. I was like, I need to research that. But cool, dude. They're accepting, but confused. You know, it's not something that people really know a lot about, and they don't get it. But they're open to learning about it. Well, I have, researched with them, and I have open dialogue with them all the time. But yeah, mostly I'm just their loving, supporting sister. If you don't know about it, you can still accept it. Like, I'm very much roll with the punches. It doesn't affect me to roll along and figure things out for myself. So don't, that knee-jerk reaction of like, what is that, or anything like that, just have an open mind.